What if I told you that most men are kissing the wrong places, and that's why emotional and physical intimacy slowly fades, especially after 40 or 50? As a urologist, I can tell you this clearly. It's not age, it's not hormones alone, and it's definitely not lack of love. The real reason intimacy weakens is because women connect through emotion first, and kissing is one of the strongest emotional triggers in the human brain. For years, I've listened to couples married for decades say the same thing. We love each other, but something feels missing. Here's the medical truth most people never hear. A woman's body does not respond to pressure, speed, or routine. It responds to feeling seen, safe, and emotionally chosen. When the right areas are kissed with intention, not rush, it activates oxytocin, calms the nervous system, and gently opens the door to physical intimacy. This isn't romance advice. This is neurology, hormones, and emotional biology working together. Today, I will explain 5 specific kissing spots that science and clinical experience show can reignite emotional closeness and physical intimacy in women, especially in long-term relationships and later stages of life. If you want deeper connection, stronger bonding, and intimacy that feels natural again, listen carefully, because sometimes one kiss in the right place changes everything. A kiss on the forehead may seem simple, but neurologically and emotionally, it is one of the most powerful forms of affection a woman can receive. From a medical perspective, emotional safety is a primary driver of female intimacy. When a woman feels emotionally protected, her nervous system relaxes, and only then does physical intimacy begin to awaken. The forehead is closely associated with trust, reassurance, and emotional bonding. When kissed gently, it sends a message to the brain that says, "You are safe, you are valued, you matter." This activates oxytocin, the bonding hormone, while reducing cortisol, the stress hormone. Lower stress is essential because chronic stress suppresses desire, especially in women. Many women, particularly after years of relationships, motherhood, or caregiving roles, live in a constant state of emotional alertness. Their minds are often busy, even when their bodies are present. A forehead kiss works because it bypasses pressure. It is not a demand, it is an offering. From clinical experience, women often say that they miss tenderness more than passion. Passion fades when tenderness disappears. The forehead kiss restores that tenderness. It communicates protection, patience, and emotional presence, qualities that are far more arousing than physical force or urgency. Importantly, this type of kiss should never feel rushed. It should be slow, intentional, and paired with gentle eye contact or a soft embrace. Timing matters. A forehead kiss before sleep, during moments of vulnerability, or after a long day creates emotional grounding. In long-term relationships, intimacy doesn't disappear, it gets buried under routine. Forehead kisses remind a woman that she is more than a partner in logistics, she is emotionally cherished. Over time, this consistent signal of safety allows her body to respond more freely to physical closeness. As a urologist, I emphasize this. Emotional safety is not optional for female intimacy. It is essential, and the forehead kiss is one of the simplest, most effective ways to build it. Cheek kisses are often underestimated because they feel too innocent, but medically and emotionally, they play a crucial role in sustaining long-term intimacy. For women, intimacy is not built in one dramatic moment. It is built through consistent emotional warmth. The cheeks are associated with affection, familiarity, and appreciation. Kissing this area stimulates emotional memory centers in the brain, reminding a woman of closeness, comfort, and being emotionally chosen. This kind of affection activates dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter, without triggering anxiety or pressure. Many women withdraw physically not because they lack desire, but because affection has become conditional or goal-oriented. When every touch leads somewhere, emotional comfort disappears. cheek kisses restore non-demand affection. From a clinical perspective, women feel most connected when affection exists outside the bedroom. Cheek kisses during daily life, before leaving the house, while cooking, or during quiet moments signal consistency and emotional availability. This matters even more with age. Hormonal changes can make women more sensitive to emotional cues. When affection becomes rare or functional, desire declines. Cheek kisses keep emotional closeness alive without expectation. Another key factor is facial intimacy. The face is deeply personal. Kissing the cheeks respects boundaries while maintaining closeness. It communicates, "I care about you as a person, not just a partner." When cheek kisses are genuine and frequent, they slowly rebuild emotional intimacy. Over time, this emotional closeness naturally transitions into physical comfort and openness. Intimacy is not about intensity, it's about consistency, and cheek kisses are daily reminders of emotional presence. The neck is one of the most sensitive areas of the human body, rich in nerve endings and closely connected to emotional arousal. However, this area requires trust. Without emotional connection, neck kissing can feel intrusive. With emotional safety, it becomes deeply intimate. Neurologically, the neck connects the emotional brain to physical sensation. Gentle kisses here can heighten awareness, increase blood flow, and activate parasympathetic relaxation, the state where intimacy becomes possible. For women, arousal does not begin suddenly. It builds gradually when emotional readiness is present. Neck kisses should never be rushed or aggressive. Slow, respectful contact allows her nervous system to stay relaxed rather than defensive. From medical observation, many intimacy issues stem from mismatched pacing. When emotional connection is skipped, sensitive areas feel overwhelming. When emotional grounding exists, the same touch feels deeply pleasurable. The neck also represents vulnerability. Allowing someone close to this area requires trust. That trust must be earned through emotional consistency, not demanded through physical action. Timing matters. Neck kisses are most effective when preceded by emotional connection, conversation, laughter, reassurance. When done correctly, they bridge emotion and physicality. The key is intention. Neck kisses should express closeness, not urgency. When done with presence, they can gently awaken physical intimacy without pressure. Hands are powerful communicators of emotion. They are associated with trust, reassurance, and companionship. Kissing the hands or fingers sends a message of patience and respect, qualities that strongly influence female intimacy. From a neurological standpoint, hands are highly sensitive and connected to emotional reassurance. Gentle contact here lowers anxiety and reinforces emotional safety. Many women associate hand affection with being cared for, not desired solely for physical reasons. This distinction matters deeply. Desire grows when a woman feels respected first. Hand kisses are especially meaningful in long-term relationships where affection may have become minimal. This gesture says, "I still value you." It also slows the moment. Slowness is essential for female arousal. Rushed intimacy creates resistance. Slow affection builds anticipation. Hands are also symbolic. They represent partnership, shared life, and mutual support. Kissing them acknowledges the emotional journey, not just physical presence. When a woman feels emotionally appreciated, physical openness naturally follows. Lips are often associated with passion, but true intimacy begins when emotion leads the kiss. The lips are highly sensitive and closely tied to emotional synchronization, shared breathing, heart rate, and presence. From a medical perspective, slow kissing activates oxytocin and reduces stress. Fast, pressured kissing can trigger anxiety instead. For women, kissing is communication. It reflects emotional connection. When rushed or mechanical, it feels empty. When slow and intentional, it builds deep closeness. Lip kissing should not be the starting point, it should be the result of emotional buildup. When emotional readiness exists, the body responds naturally. True intimacy is not about technique, it's about presence. When emotion leads, the lips follow. As we come to the end, remember this. Intimacy does not fade because love disappears. It fades when emotional connection is neglected. As a urologist, I see this every day, not in theory, but in real lives and real relationships. Women do not lose the desire for closeness with age. What they lose is the feeling of being emotionally understood, emotionally safe, and emotionally chosen. Kissing is not a small act. When done with intention, it becomes a language, one that speaks directly to the nervous system, the heart, and the body. The forehead builds safety. The cheeks sustain affection. The neck bridges emotion and sensation. The hands communicate respect. And the lips, when emotion leads, bring everything together. When emotional intimacy comes first, physical intimacy doesn't need to be forced. It returns naturally. If this message resonated with you, if you learned something you wish you had known years ago, then take one small step today. Like this video so YouTube shares it with others who need this truth. Subscribe to the channel for medically accurate, respectful guidance on intimacy, relationships, and healthy aging. And share this video with someone you care about, because one thoughtful moment can change a relationship. And in the comments, tell me which of these 5 kissing spots do you feel is most often forgotten in long-term relationships? I read every comment. Until next time, take care of your health, your heart, and your connection.